Yeah, if the guitar goes out again, you all just sing. Talking to my buddy Billy Bob Thornton this week. He's out on the road. Well, got sick with a cold or something this past week. And he's talking to him about different things. And he asked me what I was up to this weekend. I said, well, we're going back up on planet Central Valley, California. We're going up there to Redding and going on into Oregon. I said, well, we're going down to Newport Beach this week early and play a special event for Children's Hospital. He said, oh, wow. So he got kind of quiet. So you're going down there around Newport. I said, yeah. He said, well, be careful. My reaction was, I was like, what are you talking about? Be careful down there at Newport Beach. I don't think there's... He said, no, we just... It's something kind of weird going on down there with the Boxmasters and I were out last year. You know, touring. That's his band, the Boxmasters. They're out again now. I said, what do you mean you had something weird going? He said, well, no, the people down there are great. He said, the fans, the music fans, I've always had a good following down there. So we were playing at the Coach House, San Juan Capistrano. I said, yeah, that's a great place to play. It's cool. He said, well, no, the gig was great, but we were headed back up to LA after the gig that night. He said, we got just a little bit south of Newport Beach. In fact, I saw an exit for Newport Beach. He said, the band had kind of all gone back and got in the bunks. He said, I was the only one up, sitting there with the driver. So we were going to go on up through LA, spend the night going up to wherever they were playing up in Northern California the next night. He said, so I sat down next to the driver, like I said, we came out of, the Laguna Hills down there. He said, we came up just before Newport. He said, saw two big flashes of bright white light in the windshield of the bus. He said, and then we lost a bunch of time. I said, what do you mean you lost a bunch of time? He said, well, you know, we kind of came around about 6 or 7 hours later. It was morning. We were over at Twentynine Palms. I said, you were over at Twentynine Palms off the 405? He said, yeah, it was weird. I said, what, had you guys been drinking before you left the Coach House or smoking anything? He said, no, man. We played the gig, had a great time. He said, we were hanging around a little bit after. He said, we just had a bite of dinner. And he said, Isaac on the bed. He said, we were out there at the Marine base the next thing I knew. He said, there was, yeah, exactly that. He said, there was base security looking at us. A bunch of them had driven out there in Jeeps. He said, the Humvee and staring at us. Like we looked weird to him. He said, then I looked around and realized we all had on each other's clothes. He said, I was wearing something, one of the roadies was really baggy on me. He said, a couple of crew members had one of them had my t-shirt about half on, the other one had one leg of my pants on because he couldn't get it. I said, this is a very strange story, man. He said, yeah, the strange thing is it happened again when we were going down to play in San Diego. That's what I said. I said, what? He said, yeah. And it happened one other time when we were going down that way and cutting across to go to Phoenix. He said, you know, there were probably other ways you could have gone to Phoenix. You didn't have to go past Newport Beach again. Starting to sound like the punchline of that joke about the hunter going out in the woods. The bear finally saying to him, I think you're coming out here for more than the hunting, aren't you? That's actually a very punchline to a very filthy joke. He said, we're here tonight in support of the children's hospitals. I'm not going to tell you the preceding portion of the joke. I said, man, Do you think, Billy, maybe you were abducted? He got real quiet. He said, yeah, I think we were. He said, but don't tell anybody, okay? I said, okay, I won't. So, let's just keep that between you and me, all right? Don't tell anybody about it. I didn't have the heart to ask him if he felt like he'd gotten probed or anything. Oh, you've been left out there over Twentynine Palms, huh? Empty wine bottle between you and Art Bell. I'm telling my age now. I go back into the 90s, late night radio guys. I said, Billy, if it ever happens to you again down there near Newport Beach, although if I were you, I would kind of avoid Newport Beach for a while. I said, but if it ever happens to you again, if you're up there in the front of the bus or anywhere else and you see those big white lights flash in front of you, just look up into the sky and say, hey, Mr. Spaceman.
You've got your the way to hurt me.